Hey y'all. Happy New Year. Can we still say that on February the 8th? Hey, I am randomly in my car. Let me see where y'all at. I am randomly in my car and driving, and I was just like, I'm talking shit about I'm talking shit about South Dade. So let me just come on here and talk a little bit. Now, this is my first time actually using StreamYard on my phone. So let's see how this works. And this is just so random. I have random thoughts, and I was like, let me get them off. Also, too, I miss y'all a little bit. I have put the Can We Talk podcast in the form of the news show on hiatus. We are still doing interviews, and I have my team helping me out. But I'm like taking a break while we revamp the show. And I was like, I'm having all these thoughts. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see I was talking crap about driving to South Dade. If you're from Miami, you already know what I'm saying. And so I was having this conversation in the comments, and I was like, let me just come on here and talk about it real quick and give y'all a little video, a little 1-2 about what's going on. So just randomly, just random thoughts about South Dade. And this is all love. I love my South Dade family. Shout out to all the people that I know down there, right? So yesterday I went to church. I went to Transformation Church in South Miami. No, I'm in Kendall area. And then I went to visit my aunt Deanie. I put a video of us two down there. She lives in a homestead area. So I was like, okay, let me go down here to church. And since I'm coming down here, since I'm going out of town, let me just, come see my auntie too, because I don't get to see her often. So I'm driving down there and I hit traffic, right? And I'm like, oh God. And that's the thing about driving from South Dade. So if you're not from Miami, just anybody who may be watching from not from Miami, I know who you are. If you're driving from the north end, which where I live, the North Dade area, Miami Gardens, Opelika, North Miami area, Golden Glades area, it take an hour just to get to the south end if you're going to anything south to me a Coral Way, right? Like it's just always just feel like an hour, right? But it was Sunday, it wasn't that much traffic, at least from my place at the time. So it's at 45 minutes. I was like, okay, I could deal with that. I ran into damn near parking lot traffic on 95 approaching 8. Look at me. I don't forgot the name of the expressways. Is it 395? Yeah, approaching 395. Hold up. Is y'all making comments? Let me know if y'all making comments. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just put them on the screen because then that way it'll show me. And so I'm approaching traffic, and then that shit. If you hit any traffic going to South Dade or coming from South Dade, it just adds another 30-40 minutes to your commute. So a 45-minute drive turned into an hour and 10. And I'm like, God dang. So I'm running late for church. Y'all, I was running so late. It was only 10 minutes left in the sermon. And I said, take the turnpike. I did. No, see, okay, I'm going to come back to that 10. Hey, Auntie 10. I was actually thinking about you yesterday. Sending, I love you. We got to catch up, Auntie. But yeah, so I'm on the turnpike or whatever, and no, not turnpike. I'm in traffic, and I'm like, God damn, like it just adds so much time to your thing, and I'm running so behind. I only get 10 minutes of the sermon, so now I'm pissed at myself. I was mad. A little bit, real being honest, I was mad at the church. I'm like, why y'all finish y'all church service in an hour and a half? This ain't even worth the hour that it take me to drive down here, right? But I'm like, whatever, that's on you. You woke up late, you trying to play, you not going around the corner. So I'm like, dang. So then I called my auntie and I'm like, oh, I could, hopefully auntie in town. Because last time I was down there, she wasn't in town. So I was like, okay. I called to my auntie, like, yeah, I'm here, I'm coming over. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, because I dang sure didn't drive no hour just to be in a church service for 15 minutes, right? That would have definitely pissed me off, right? All that gas and wear and tear on my car. So then I told my auntie, I said, hey, I'm finna go get a smoothie. I'm in a tropical smoothie club, so I only like going to tropical smoothie, right, to get my points. Also, too, I like they detox green smoothie. Shout out to tropical smoothie. Give me an endorsement. Give me some ads. But so I'm like Googling the tropical smoothie. And for some reason, the GPS wasn't connecting. I think down there, they don't got enough satellites or enough phone connections, because every time I was trying to figure out the exact location of the tropical smoothie, like on Google, it'll say 3 miles. And then when I hit directions to go drive, then it say 20 minutes. And I'm like, well, God, I know it don't take no 20 minutes to drive no 3 miles. So everything's so spaced out down there. It took me an hour and a half to try to find a smoothie place. It sent me to a place, right, off of Eureka or something like that. You know, they got them funny ass names down there for their streets. So I'm somewhere in that area. It sent me to a location that wasn't even open yet. So now I'm mad that everything's so spaced out down there. It took me 30 minutes to drive to the thing because I'm just following it because I don't know where I'm going, because that's not my hood. I don't know y'all South Dade girls like that, right? So then I'm like, okay, whatever. So I find just an independent place. I'm like, F it. You ain't gonna be able to get no tropical smoothie. Just find a regular smoothie place. So I was like, okay, let me see what's near me. Drive over there. It's closed. So at that point, I said, F it. I ain't gonna be healthy today. Ain't gonna be no vegetables, no fruit for me today, because South Dade don't want me to be healthy, because they don't want to have nothing that is fucking open and close. I said, why everything's so fucking far? I was so mad. I was just so mad in my car. And mind you, I'm leaving church, so I'm listening to all this gospel music, but cussing everything out. I'm cussing out the turnpike. I'm cussing out the streets. I'm just cussing everything and everybody out about South Dade. So my auntie lived a little bit further south than the church service. So I'm like, okay, girl, like, let me come. I'm gonna see my auntie. And let me tell you how trifling anybody who live on the north end, at least like me. My auntie and our auntie Dini, I don't even know. Do you remember? I don't think I seen my auntie since the pandemic. I don't think I seen her since 2019. She just live in Homestead, but it's when she up on this end, I ain't been able to see her, and vice versa. I wasn't driving down there, right? And a lot of times, you know, I be in and out of town, so I mean, I had a time. Because here's the thing. It's such a planning process to go to South Dade. So if I'm in town for only a few days and I want to see her, that means she gonna take a whole day of my trip, because I just ain't no in and out at the DMV. We ain't no in and out at the South Dade. If you going to South Dade, you either spending the night or you going there for the whole day. So at that point, I finally just say, F it, ain't no smoothie. I'm driving back the 30 minutes back deep down into Homestead off of like exit 6 or 5 from my auntie. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to just be here. I was like, I hope my auntie cooked. And thank God, I know she did. She knew the answers to my heart. So my auntie was cooking. So I was like, thank God. She made some pork chops, ate that up. We in there running it up. And I said, I'm not leaving no time soon. It got so late. We was talking, so I got to her like 3. I ain't leave about 1 o'clock. My auntie was like, you sure you don't want to spend the night? That's a far drive, Savannah. That's what my auntie called me. She's like, that's a far drive, Savannah. I said, auntie, I'm thinking about it, but to deal with the traffic coming out of here in the morning, I don't want to do it. You absolutely right, Chantel. I hate it too. I never go to see my family down there unless I'm going to the zoo. Exactly. And my auntie was further than the zoo. I could actually do the zoo. And then let me address 10 comment about taking the turnpike. So where I'm at, I'm off the Golden Glades Exchange. So it would be, I would have to go all the way around. I would have to go north a little bit to get to the turnpike and then go south. That's just too much. It's quicker for me to take 95 to 395 to 826 to the turnpike. You see all them fucking connectors I got to do, but it's just quicker to do that. And say I go to Florida City Homestead Google South. You don't know that we're all over there. Everything seems to be on US 1. It's yes, she said, yes, you did, auntie. And so I said, so it's so much. So I finally get to my auntie house and we in there and she like, auntie, like, I think you need to, because she already know. But good thing for me is I'm a late person. So that drive back, and for some reason the drive back don't seem as bad as going into down south. Like going back, I was okay. I put on my music. I'm listening to podcasts and stuff like, because you could get through so much audio. You could get through so much music. You could get through 3 albums, 2 podcasts. You could get through, you know, a few YouTube videos. You could watch a whole Netflix series driving from North Dade to South Dade, because that's just how fucking far it was, right? So I was, you know, I'm, you know, dipping it and doing it, driving back to my house, and I was okay. But driving to South Dade from the north end always feel like the car ride is 20 minutes longer than the limit that you want to be in a car. Like you be like, well, god dang, I just passed Caribbean, I just Eureka, I just, what's that other one? Something, oh gosh, Quail Roost. I just passed Quail Roost. I'm not at my exit yet. Oh my gosh, I'm Cutler Ridge, Cutler Bay. Like it just be like, why am I not off this shit yet? And then the GPS, I feel like be playing mind control, because it'll be like, soon as you get, if you know what I'm talking about, if you getting on the turnpike and you down in that area, if you start seeing the Eurekas and Quail Roosts, right? Then you like, okay, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Them be the longest 10 minutes to get off the exit. I'm like, well, damn, where is it? Where I gotta go? And then you gotta drive deep into the shit. Keep that is the little bag down there. And that's the other thing too, because I'm like, I haven't been to my auntie new place. So I said, oh, auntie doing a little good for herself. I said, but I hope auntie don't live in the hood, because I heard it goes down in the DM. It go down in the South Dade down there. Y'all be shooting and killing and doing the most, right? Sis, I know you can relate. I don't know why you moved down there to exit one. And then I work in the Keys. Oh, see, I ain't never been to the Key West but one time. Cause that drive felt like the edge of the world. Anybody, y'all watch Thor, like the Marvel show? Y'all know like the Rainbow Frost Bridge is at the edge of Asgard, at the edge of the world. That's what driving the Key West feel like. It felt like you are on the Rainbow Bridge in Asgard, and find what's his name? The British accent who played Heimdall. Like he finna let you get off the Bifrost. That's how it feels like going to Key West. I couldn't even do that shit. I fly me to the moon, fly me to the down south. And so I just was like, just so pissed off yesterday. I said, we need to have a conversation about why it's so fucking far to get down south. And here's the thing. The people who live down south and drive to and the people who live, auntie probably like, dang, she probably not gonna never come back and visit me. Auntie, you can see me once a month. You can see me once every 6 months. I'm gonna try to do my best, but I'm so trifling. It's just to make that drive down there. It's just so far. But I'm gonna come back. I had a good time. Yes, Asgard. So, like, I feel like the people who live in South Dade, right? Like, we need to lift them up in prayer. We need to like really solicit the prayer warriors for their strength and their endurance, and the muscles in their knees and their toes and the heels of their foot, because to push your car that far every day from South, don't say exit one. I got a story about exit one. We gonna get back to that. But if you in Homestead driving to Miami Gardens, and I won't even Broward, you might as well drive to Orlando every day for work. Pay for their gas tank, their tires, their oil change, the wear and tear, or the seats, or the booty cushion of their car. All of that gotta be wore out. You gotta be a work from home type of girl if you living on the South End, because it gotta be special occasions for you to come out. Because how you doing that every day? You are a very special person to drive from South Dade past Coral Way every day in your car. You are a very special person, or you must live in a mansion down there. I don't know. You must be real comfortable. You off of exit 2. Oh Lord, pray for him, y'all. Pray for him. Auntie keep down there and stay safe. They fight looking for Kunk salad. You know what, Tony? Okay, we got a story about exit 1, and I have my thoughts about Kunk salad and Kunk down there too. So we're gonna come back to that. So, but you just got to pray for them people, because they come into work every day. They faithful soldiers. Like, here's the thing. This is why I never met a person from down south that I didn't like, because the dedication and strength and character that you got to have to drive in your car every day to come up out that shit, to come from Narnia, to be with the rest of civilization in downtown Miami and Carol City and Liberty City, open lock of downtown South Beach. You are a special person. I swear to God, anytime I see somebody from South Dade, that's especially in Miami Gardens for an event, I really think they the most like special person in the world, because ain't no fucking way I'm driving that far. And then you got to go home and no. I seen Senator Dwight Bullitt, who's a South Dade, he king of the South Dade, right? So that's my boy. And so he came to my event we had on Saturday at the Exquisito Chocolates in La Havana. And when I saw him, a tear rolled down my cheek for joy and grace, because the fact that he drove his car to come just support my event, knowing that he had to be in that car for 3 hours to get to me, just a special person, just a very, very special person to do that. Cause I was like, oh my God, like you really drove out of town just to come to support my event. So I appreciate you down south people that do that. Oh, I got so many thoughts about South Dade. Right. So we'll get back to them. So pray for them people. They God's strongest soldiers. They are God's strongest soldiers to drive down there. My cousin lived down there. She couldn't do it for too long. She actually kind of rode it out for 2 years, but after a while, she was in Carroll City so much and spending the night, it was just like, let me just come back to what I know. Let me stick to what I know, because going down there and spending $3,000 on tolls every month ain't it. I got another story about tolls too. Dang, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta get out the car, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna try to get it all out because I ain't gonna get back on here for a while. But y'all miss me? But so Auntie, what you said, yes, I make my own conch salad. There's a lady that makes really good conch salad and goose. And I keep crying. Probably he was crying thinking about the drive home. Exactly. No, I was crying. He was happy. Here's the thing. The people who live down south, driving to that, like they drive that shit, they eat that shit. They like strong, like they got the strongest souls in the history of the drive. Like, don't F with nobody who live down south. They strong people. Like, that's why they be down there getting it in, because you gotta be real strong to live in the swamps of the Everglades. Who sent you this device? Somebody said Janae talking shit about down south. Shout out to Senator Dwight Bullitt in the chat. Somebody must have summoned him. Somebody get Denzel too on the line. So they strong. So, conch salad. So as I'm driving down, I'm like, maybe I could get some conch salad. I'm like, you know what? I'm so far from the water. It's South Dade. Ain't no way this conch fresh. Ain't no way. Ain't no way they got conch down here. It ain't nothing but barbecue stands and Mexican restaurants down there. Like, child, I don't remember seeing no seafood restaurants. If it is, y'all let me know. How the seafood even get that far inland. Y'all know how when y'all in certain parts of the country and it's so far away from the water, like you be like, I ain't eating this seafood, right? Yes, I feel about South Dade. It's like y'all so far from the water, like how y'all keep the conch fresh? How y'all, what is the seafood like? How long it's been in this box in the ice? They don't have water down there. Exactly. It ain't nothing but Everglades and just farmland down there. And so that was my thought about the conch. So my auntie must be driving up on the north end to get her conch and keeping it for herself, because ain't no way she buying it from a restaurant, because I didn't even see no places with no conch. Exit 1. Let me tell y'all the quick. Before we get to that story in tolls. So another thing, Florida is a peninsula, goofy. Florida is a peninsula and down south is in another country. I got off the exit and somebody was like, can I see your passport? I was just like, I thought I was still in the United States. They was like, no, you just came in the South Dade, so we need to see your passport to make sure that you could cross this, the country line. Literally, I had to cross the border. It was ice down there and everything. I had to get them my passport and just explain to them that I was still a U.S. citizen, because driving down there, I just was driving so long. I drove, to the edge of, United States and was in another country. So, yeah. But, but let me tell y'all this quick. So even Sue, have y'all ever dated somebody from South Dade and you live on the north end of the county? Y'all have to have midway points. Y'all got to meet halfway, because, nobody wants to be the one. Nobody wants to be the first to say goodbye, right? Nobody wants to be the one that makes that hour drive. And so I remember I went on a date with somebody and he was like, can you meet me in Coral Gables? I said, okay, I'll meet you in Coral Gables, because I was like, I damn sure not driving to Richmond Heights tonight. You got me fucked up. I'm not doing that, okay? So dating people. And speaking of, the first person who introduced me, meet up at Sunset Place or Dadeland Mall. Exactly. And even that be a little too far. The first person that I dated who kind of introduced me to the South End or whatever, won't say his name because he married now, but I don't even give a F about that, but it's just a funny story, right? Cool guy. So he lived in Homestead off of Exit 1, y'all, right? When I say I racked up so much tolls driving to see him that it effed up my license for like 4 years. I couldn't even afford to pay that $3,000-$4,000 in tolls, because at the time, tolls, if you didn't pay them by a certain time, they turned to $20, and I think they turned it to like $100 or something like that. So I was driving down there so much, and I was zooming, pushing P all the way to fucking Homestead in the middle of the night, and whenever I could get down there. Okay, I ain't finna tell y'all all my business, but just and here's the thing. And I was thinking about it as I was driving down there. I said, bitch, you drove down here all that time and messed up your license for this man. And I thought about it. I said, I don't even care, because it was worth it. I don't even care. Like, shit. I mean, I ain't saying I wanted to pay $3,000 in tolls, but I mean, if I was gonna do it for somebody, I'm okay that it was with him, because it was, but I was real young, y'all. I had to be, I was like 22, 23. So you doing stupid stuff. He owe you some tires for that beat, girl. I don't even know what the self-esteem was so low, the bar was so low. He was barely giving me gas money. And I remember one time he was just like, Janae, that's when we kind of ended things. He's like, Janae, this not really working. He's like, quick drinks can't even be quick. Like, you way in Carol City, I'm way in Homestead. We got to do too much planning to see each other. And I was like, you right, because the way my tires was so bald headed, the way I was spending so much money in gas, it just was not even. It wasn't even worth it. Like at the end, but it was worth it. I don't care, ladies. What's the stupidest shit you don't did for a man and for a part of the man? Mine was driving up $4,000 in tolls. And y'all, I wasn't even driving a decent car. I was driving a Mitsubishi Mirage. I was pushing a Mirage from Carroll City to Homestead. From the top of the county to damn near Florida City, I am pushing that Mirage. That Mirage, by the time I finished driving it, it was like this. Like, it was breathing so hard because I pushed her to the limit. Skirt. I'm coming. Listening to Anita Baker the whole way. I'm coming, body and soul. Because here's the thing, you driving so far, you have been on got out the mood. I had to keep myself in the mood because I'm driving 3 hours for it. Not the Flintstones. Keep my oil light on. Now I got to get oil changed to go see somebody. Exactly. I wonder how many tires that people from down south go through. But anyways, because I made this post and it made me want to make this video. At least you had fun. I definitely drove to Plantation Tamarack area. See, I eat Plantation up. I eat Tamarack area up. That ain't even bad to me. The difference thing is this, because y'all know going to West Palm, it's like the same distance, like that hour drive. I drive to West Palm before I drive to South Dade. It just feel like a different ride. And maybe because you still in civilization, once you get in a certain point on the turnpike, you don't really see that many buildings. It get a little dark down there, so it make it feel longer. You seeing farmland and industrial shit. At least driving to West Palm Beach, if you on 95, you seeing buildings, you seeing stuff, so it make it feel like the ride is not that long. It's just not seeing nothing down there that make it feel like the endless drive to death. You just like, God, where I'm going? Are you still with me? Are we here? Am I still alive? Like, did I drive into a different dimension? It's just so fucking long. But all of that to say, Senator the Rock Bullet hit me up. He like, what you doing? What you talking shit about my about my down south? He's like, you need to come down here so I can show you around. So I said, you know what, Senator, I was like, Dwight, I think that'd be a real good idea for me to do a series, go visit some businesses down there in South Dade, go to some restaurants. Let me see how y'all live. Y'all show me y'all hood. Don't take me to no places where I gotta duck and dive now. I don't want to duck and dive. I can't. I'm too old for that. Never really been that. That's not my life. Don't take me to the rough parts that I see on the news, or just keep me protected. Tell them my face is clean. But I would love to support the businesses and do a series. And I think that would be really fun, especially if, with Dwight as my guide and just going to see some of the people down there, like Dr. Ashley? She got the spine the chiropractic business down there. So I would love to go see her and just do different things down there. But yeah, South Dade, she wore me out yesterday. This was South Dade was pulling my hair the whole time. She was hitting me in the car. She beat my ass all through that drive, kicked my ass. I was so frustrated. Hold on, let me see what y'all see. Now, Plantation Tamarack is different. You in Strawberry Fields down south. Exactly. Who hurt you? Was it a nigga from Goose? Oh, I almost said his name. He went this dang. Epic, whatever. He went to Southridge. I don't know if people put two and two together, whatever. But yeah, Dr. Amber Williams, not Ashley. He went to South Dade. So what's the area for South Dade? Is that Perrine? Is that Ghouls? He was from that area, I think. But I know he went to Southridge. Nah, you can't be nowhere where you gotta move like I'm like the little Kim dance. But look, Dwight, I would love to come see South Dade. That's actually a part of our content strategy for this year. I want to like explore neighborhoods that I didn't grow up in, that I don't spend a lot of time in. And South Dade was definitely a community that I want to check out. You know, they got historic Richmond Heights, which is one of the first Black developments and Black communities in, you know, the county, and probably one of the first in the country. And of course, I want to like start kicking it with our West Palm Beach people. So the people who kind of far out there, I want to give them some love on the platform and actually go see and make connections with those communities. And we'll kick it off with South Dade, since I don't said all this shit. I don't talk all this shit about them. So we're gonna kick it off with South Dade. I'm gonna pack an overnight bag. I told Dwight I'm gonna have to move in with him for the week, because if I'm gonna go to a couple of businesses, that's gonna take a couple of hours to do. And if the amount of time you drive gotta be 5 times the time that you spend on there. So if you driving for 4 hours to South Dade, you gotta spend, 12, 16 hours down there to offset the wear and tear on your car and your spirit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm moving to South Dade when I do this tour, and I'll be down there temporarily, and y'all y'all can check it out. Black History Month Sound South edition. We ain't gonna be able to do it for Black History Month, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All I know, the Southridge used to have a good track team. They did, Chantel. Killian, Southridge, and they had some cuties on their team. Chantel, you was on the track team for a little bit with us. I remember that. Go to Shivers down there. They food on point. Okay. And you know what? They have really great Mexican food down in South Dade. I didn't realize that. A friend of mine, like years ago, like took me to a restaurant, and I was like, dang, I didn't even know the Mexicans was down here like that. Like you know, Miami for Cubans. That's just how ignorant I was to the community in South Dade. But yeah. I would like to do that, and y'all be on the lookout for that series and all the content and things that we have in store for Can We Talk and High Low News. I appreciate y'all for jumping on this live with me and letting me talk crap about South Dade people. I love y'all. Please don't jump me, because I know y'all could fight real bad. If you could stay in your car and drive for that long and be that strong, that means you would really dog me out, and I really don't want no smoke with y'all. I really love y'all. Y'all my sisters and brothers down there. Y'all went through so much, Andrew and the Everglades and alligators and all type of stuff. So y'all like are really the strongest people in the county. And so I don't want no smoke with y'all, and I love y'all, and I will be down there to visit y'all. Y'all, I'll watch and share. See you, Bible. Keep. And so I'll see y'all next time, and y'all be on the lookout. Can We Talk will be back in April. We taking Q1 to reset and refuel. I needed that to recharge and to reorganize my business. But I may do some, if I'm having thoughts or I have some hot topics that I want to talk about between now and April when we relaunch, I'm gonna come on and do some of these, since y'all kind of like and liked it, and I get to kind of talk crap with y'all. But I love y'all. Don't let me pee on myself. I gotta go to the bathroom. Bye. Love y'all.